Guess what this anti-LGBT Republican does in free time? I saw this. This was so funny. This was so funny. This made me tee-hee. This made me tee-hee-hee. This made me tee-hee-hee-hee-hee-hee. I'm really sorry. Okay, so for those of you who don't know, the like 76, 77, I think he's like 72 or something. He's like in his 70s. Lieutenant governor in Tennessee got caught putting very kind of like raunchy messages about on gay social media posts that were very gay social media posts. And I can't really stay on these images for long, but I'll just scroll past them here so you can get an idea of what these images were like. Okay, I'll just scroll past them quick. None of them are nude, so I think I can scroll past them quick with no problem. But if you looked at his comments that he left on these posts, the lieutenant governor, the Republican, anti-gay, anti-LGBTQ governor of Tennessee put, it's all like, wow, you look stunning. Oh my gosh, that's so fantastic. Scrumptious. Looking good, Finn. Like stuff like that. Like the most, one second. Let's see if I can bring up a few of these comments. This one is just putting a heart in a response. This one, it's heart and fire. Oh, this is one of my favorite ones. On the right here, he says, you can turn a rainy day into rainbows and sunshine. And so he just keeps making post after post, like love it, with hearts on all these different things. All these different posts by this person posting gay thirst traps. And so somebody eventually noticed this, noticed he was posting all these, you know, very kind of raunchy posts and very kind of like, ooh, posts on these gay thirst traps, while also being an anti-LGBTQ plus Tennessee lieutenant governor. And people, for good reason, started to ask questions about hypocrisy. People, what's that one meme, the Arthur meme? Somebody has to link it in chat quickly. And Jamie Twan, thank you so much for the tier 1 being sub for 20 months. Site chat was raised by their mama. Thank you for calling out site chat. And Cygnus HS, thank you for gifting a tier 1 sub to Landphobe. Not a big supporter of the channel, Landphobe is. People started to ask questions, and he didn't really have a great response. But so far, as for what I know from the story, he has not yet to blame a staffer, and he has yet to admit responsibility. So this is actually new. This was, I don't know about this. Does he talk about it here? Oh my goodness. Okay, so I need to watch this if he actually talks in response to this here. This should be funny. Okay, let's check this out.
What do you hope comes out of this?
Well, I think I'll be a lot more careful about using social media.
Amid a sudden uproar over his provocative social media interactions, Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally sits down.
Sorry, when somebody says provocative social media interactions, I imagine he said like, I don't like the Jews very much. Like that's what I imagine. Like, oh, that's terrible and provocative. Or says something like, I believe that you should be able to own landmines and put them outside of orphanages. Those are like those are provocative social media interactions, not thirst trap posting. Just be honest. After thirst trap posting on some gay thirst traps, like it's not provocative social media interaction. It's the most newspeak ways to say it.
Down this afternoon to answer Phil Williams' questions about the controversy. Good evening, everyone. I'm Rory Johnston. Carrie's off tonight. Now, those social media interactions with a young gay model brought accusations of hypocrisy against the East Tennessee Republican and countercharges that he's become the victim of a left-wing attack. Well, our chief investigative reporter Phil Williams has covered McNally for more than 30 years, and he has the exclusive details with the man who says his posts.
What do you mean the victim of a left-wing attack? I'm sorry, the gay rays, they took over me. You know the brain, the headache gun they talk about in the CIA. I bet they got a gay gun where they got the gay rays in them. What do you mean left-wing attack? He posted on gay thirst trap saying you could turn the most rainy day into sunshine. I mean, it's the most like boomerish, like, oh man, you're attractive, you're hot, like it could possibly be. How is it a left-wing attack? How is it a left-wing attack? He was thirsting over a young gay man while being an anti-LGBTQ plus Republican. Okay, it's just it's not a left-wing attack unless we somehow made him gay through our evil witchcraft or whatever we do.
Reflect his evolving views on the LGBTQ community.
initially I was not very kind to that community.
But then I decided I was gonna be really kind. I'm sorry, this is just funny. I'm sorry, I'll let him talk.
As I learned some things and met some people.
I learned some things. As I saw them cheeks, that changed my mind real quick. Like, come on. He saw some things.
In that community, I realized that there's still individuals and they still have value.
In a legislative session dominated by bills outlawing drag shows in public places and targeting gender care for the trans community, Tennessee Lieutenant Governor Randy McNally finds himself facing accusations of hypocrisy after a progressive site unearthed his social media interactions with a 20-year-old gay model. Among them, provocative posts that were liked by the 79-year-old Republican, including one where the young man doesn't appear to be wearing clothes.
When people see these posts, what should they take away from them?
Dude, this would be the baller thing for him to do. That I got good taste in men. If he said that, he's won my vote. I don't care if I'm voting against my interests, against my values. Him saying that alone would earn my vote. I would move to I would move to Tennessee and I'd vote for him next time. Okay? If he said that, he'd earn my vote.
Well, I don't know that they should take away a whole lot.
In an exclusive interview, McNally described how he befriended the young man first on Facebook, then on Instagram. Among the posts, this close-up of the young man's backside, McNally responded with 3 red hearts and 3 on-fire emojis, along with a comment, "Finn, you can turn a rainy day into rainbows and sunshine."
It's just that, I try to encourage people with posts and try to, help them
Dude,
if I can.
Dude, I'm sorry, man. You encouraging him to do what? What were you encouraging him to do? I hope you. Was it for a test that was coming up? Come on, yeah, real encouraging, okay? Real encouraging.
Are you trying to help this young man in some sort of way?
Just basically trying to encourage him.
There was also this post.
Encourage him to do what? I'm encouraging him. I'm sorry. Look at his description, by the way, for this guy he's replied to. So, I am not a whore. I am a hoe. There is a difference. One is a slut and the other is a prostitute. I'm the one that gets free weed for giving head. I assume that the blanked out says head. What does it sound like he was encouraging? What was he encouraging? Like, encouraging what? Good mental health? What was the encouragement that was going? What was the interest? What were they pursuing is my question. What was the end goal?
The man said he was, quote, not a whore, but a hoe. One is a slut, the other is a prostitute, adding, "I'm the one that gets free weed for giving," then a reference to a sexual act.
And it was liked by Lieutenant Governor McNally.
Yeah. I don't know that, a lot of times.
Dude, it's wild that he has the printouts. Like, what about these buttocks attracted you to say that these buttocks in any way turned rainy days into sunshine? What was it about this photo? And I just put as close as possible to his face. By the way, look at it. He's sweating. I would say he's red, but I don't know what it is with certain Republicans or just politicians in general. They're just, many of them are very, very red, but he's sweating, man.
On people's posts, you see the name and you see what they've written and you just press the button that says like.
So you didn't read that post?
I don't recall reading the part about the weed. I know that.
But what about the prostitute?
I might have read that.
In that case, was it appropriate to like the comment?
I gotta be honest. He's being semi-honest here. Yeah, I might have seen the prostitute part. Like, I gotta give him some credit for being like semi-honest here, right? Him saying encouraging, like he just be for real. Like, I thought he was attractive. Yeah, I was attracted to him. I didn't know I had that side of myself in me. Now I do. Just being that blunt, man. If he was that blunt, he would earn my immense respect.
Probably not.
Then we came to a moment in our interview that could not be avoided.
I need to ask the question that people are suggesting on social media to let you respond to it. Have you ever had any personal relationship with this young man?
No.
You've never met him in person?
No, never have.
In fact, we found other LGBTQ-related posts liked by Tennessee's lieutenant governor.
Oh my God, really? There's more? Dude, that's not the question to ask if he's had a personal relationship with this guy. The question to ask is like, dude, are you gay? Like, can you just, you gay? It's like, that's the question to ask. Like, do you like men? Like, that's the question to ask. That's what I would ask.
Who says he's gotten to know members of that community, including some from his own family, and that he's tried to be more affirming of their identities.
Okay, I'm sorry. Look, I don't buy it. There are plenty of gay people online that you can be affirming of that is not constantly posting pictures of their butt, okay? Maybe like the social media has just fried our brains so much that it's impossible to think that, but you can. I know it's shocking. You can find members of the LGBTQ plus community online that are doing more things than just posting their butt everywhere. It's hard to believe, but it is true. Like, I feel like he would be, liking other posts. That's all.
He also notes that he has spoken out against some legislation pushed by his Republican colleagues.
Does this affect your ability to lead?
I hope not. And I've had some of my colleagues say that they're supportive, both Republican and Democrat, and I'm really, really sorry if I've embarrassed my family, embarrassed my friends, embarrassed any of the members of the legislature with the post. It was not my intent to, and not my intent to hurt them.
Roll call, Mr. Clerk.
In the end, the Tennessee Senate chooses the lieutenant governor, a title that senators can also take away.
Okay, can I be for real? He shouldn't lose his job over this. Okay, I'm sure, like, if I would never vote for him again, but I don't think this should make him lose his job. I don't think it's really important at all, if I'm being honest. It's funny. That's why I'm talking about it. That's the only reason we're talking about it. But I don't think he should lose his job over this. Like, I don't think this has anything to do with his job, really. Like, there's a question of hypocrisy, but I don't think he should lose his job over it.
Have you thought about resigning?
I think that's really up to the members of the Senate. I would serve at their pleasure, and it would be up there, my boss.
Phil Williams, News Channel 5 Investigates.
There is no doubt that Lieutenant Governor McNally is extremely active on social media, often
Yeah, you think?
offering positive comments about people's families, latest achievements, as well as birthdays and anniversaries. He tells Phil if there's any lesson for him, he needs to be a lot more careful with what he posts and how those posts might be perceived.
Okay, man. I just why, how, I'm sorry. I can't believe they asked him, like, did you have a relationship with this young man, and not, like, are you gay? Like, I feel like that would be the question to ask, right? Like, I don't like thirst traps of people I don't think are attractive in them, right? I don't even really like thirst traps at all, because I don't feel like I should be putting thirst traps on other people's feed. But if I was to like a thirst trap, I wouldn't be liking thirst traps of, like, oh, I like this thirst trap of this woman who I don't find attractive whatsoever. It doesn't make any sense. So I feel like that was the question to ask. Like, the question is just be like, so do you like dudes? Like that. I mean, just, you don't need to put it that blunt, but like, do you have an affinity for men? Do you like men? Are you bisexual? Are you gay? Like, yeah, that's the question to ask. But I don't think they followed up with it. Ultimately, though, this isn't a super big story. I don't think this is something like somebody should lose their job over, but it is immensely funny, and that's why we just covered it.